إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أما بعد. أرحب بكم جميعا. Once again I welcome all of you in this second session of two about Hajj, step by step, inshallah ta'ala. Once again we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easy on the pilgrims, the Hujjaj who are making the Hajj this year, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help them and aid them to perform their manasik and their rites in accordance to that which is pleasing to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. But this require knowledge. Anyone, the people of knowledge, they say anyone who make his intention to make Hajj, then it become binding upon that person, he or she, to learn Hajj. And because Hajj is a great act of worship, and it's not just go there and come back with the nickname Hajji Fulan, Hajja Fulana. Rather you have to do, when you go there, you're supposed to know what to do. Don't just go there and follow the people. People, they go there and they follow anybody. They tag along, whatever people do, they do it. If the people don't go somewhere, they don't go. You have to learn what to do and when and how. And there are certain things that you don't supposed to do as well. Stay away from. Because certain things that you stay, if you fall into, they may nullify your Hajj. No Hajj. So this is very important for us, inshallah ta'ala. Now, in the first session, we stopped at the end of the Umrah. And we mentioned that, inshallah ta'ala, tonight we're going to go ahead and start with the Hajj, inshallah ta'ala. For those who finished the Umrah, as we mentioned yesterday in the class, they wait until the 8th of the Hijjah. The 8th of the Hijjah, that is called Yomu At-Tarwiyah. The Mutamatti', those who make Tamattu', they will, again in that morning of the 8th of the month of the Hijjah, they will take a bath once again and prepare themselves for ihram. And then they say labbaika hajjan. They don't say labbaika umrah because they already finished umrah now. So now they say labbaika hajjan or labbaika Allahumma hajjan. Okay? As for the qarin and the mufrid, these two, they are already in ihram, because once they finish the tawaf and if they do sa'i, then they stayed on the ihram. They don't come out of their ihram until the day of the Eid, when they do certain things, as we're going to learn inshallah ta'ala. So now we're talking about the one who making Hajj of Tamattu'. Now we're going to talk about the following days. The 8th of the Hijjah, the action. What do you do in this day? The action of the 9th of the Hijjah, the 10th of the Hijjah, the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th. So we have 6 days. Okay? As for the 8th of the Hijjah, we mentioned that all of the Muslims, alhamdulillah, those who were making tamattu', now they engage in a state of ihram again, and they say labbaik Allahumma hajjan. They do that whenever they are. At the hotel, at the place. Even the ulama, they say, those who are in Mina, because some people may be already in Mina, they assume a state of ihram in Mina. As for certain people, they believe that now you have to go to the haram and by the Kaaba. All that stuff is not from the deen of Islam. Whenever you are, you get engaged in a state of ihram, say labbaik Allahumma hajjan, and you begin to say the talbiyah again, labbaik Allahumma labbaik, labbaik la sharika laka labbaik, innal hamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika lak. And you wait. The people that you went with, meaning those who are in charge of the package that you went the group with, they will tell you when the buses is in, so the buses will take you to Mina. Mina is a big place that is filled with tents. Alhamdulillah, tents for a while now, they are very sophisticated tents. They are fireproof tents, alhamdulillah, and they are equipped, all of them, with AC and lights, alhamdulillah. And most of the packages, they provide also mattresses and blankets and pillows. So check with your provider, with your group, if they if this is the case. If not, if they says no, it's just the tent empty, then you have to manage yourself to bring with you a sleeping bag or a thin mat or something like that, alhamdulillah. But like I say, most of the packages now, they come with that, alhamdulillah. What you do in Mina, you're supposed to spend the night in there until the morning. Men, they be by themselves, the women, they be by themselves. It's not like in a hotel, 4 in a room or 2 or 3. Now you're going to have like 100, 200, 300, based on the number, and they give you the space. So, and they have those tents, they have dividers. So they will, like for 300 people, they will open a few tents to accommodate those people. They know what to do, those guys over there. They've been doing it for years. That's the mutawif. If you heard this term before, the mutawif, they know what to do. They know the groups prior to the Hajj months, so they do their preparation. They know where this group is going to be, and they have even a map for that and all of this. So you don't have to worry about that. The women, they're going to be by themselves. The men, they're going to be by themselves. You pray there Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, and Fajr of the 9th of the Hajj. Every salat in its time, no combining in Mina. This is a qaida, just remember, there is no combining in Mina, la jam'a fi Mina. However, the prayers that have 4 rak'at, Dhuhr, Asr, and Isha, they are shortened. So you shorten in Mina and you don't combine. That's all you do. You prepare yourself, try to get some rest, because the next days, they're going to be very busy days. The 9th and the 10th, they're going to be very busy days, so try to get some rest, relax, review, inshallah ta'ala, what you're going to do on the 9th and the 10th, because these are the most important days of Hajj. The 9th and the 10th. Alhamdulillah, there is bathrooms, clean, lot of water, showers, alhamdulillah. It's nice. Most of the packages, they provide food, alhamdulillah, okay? Naam. So you don't have to worry about that. All you have to worry is make sure that you take with you to Mina from the hotel your medicine, if you have medicine, and a couple of underwears and stuff, or to take with you just in case on the 10th of the Hijjah you don't make it to the hotel and you go back to the camps and you take out of the ihram, you have at least a set of clothing to wear, okay? But if somebody is going to go on the day of the Eid, after they make Tawaf al-Ifada, or before that actually, they go to the hotel, then you don't have to worry about that. Now, we're going to mention that later on when we get to the 10th of the Hijjah. So that's what you do in Mina. You pray Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib, Isha, every salat in its time. You shorten the prayer that have 4. You spend the night, alhamdulillah, on the morning you pray Fajr in there, and then in that morning they began to take the people to Arafat. Now we're going to talk about the 9th of the Hijjah. So now you're still making Talbiyah, okay? Talbiyah. Okay? Once a while you make the Talbiyah, alhamdulillah. You're going to see the people not making Talbiyah. You may hour go by, not even one person saying, but try to revive the Sunnah and remind the people, inshallah ta'ala. Now, some of the packages, because of how much people they pay, they will have their own buses. They move with them whenever they go. So you should know from the person that, from your package, that if this is not the case, meaning that you have to share, government buses. And the way they do it, like in one camp, the Mutawif camp, they have camps from 1 to I don't know how many, 100 or plus. So that Mutawif, he will have maybe, who knows, 30 different groups from all over the place. From America, from different states, from Europe, different countries, from Australia. Okay, because that's the camps that you go to. If you don't pay a lot of money, you go to camps in Mina called the American camps, which is for the Westerners, Turkish, Australians, and all the Europeans and the Americans. Okay, that's where you go. But if you spend more money, in our times, 10,000 plus, then your camp in Mina will be by the Jamarat, close to the Jamarat. Okay. So, like I say, if based on the package, you may be sharing those government buses. So let's say that the Mutawif has 30 plus groups. What they do, they go to draw lots. And they see which group is going to go first, has the first to be on the buses. If that's your group, then you're going to be ready by 7 o'clock in the morning or 8, and they put you on those buses. If your group is the last one, then you have to wait. You may make it there before Dhuhr, you make it there by Asr, based on the availability of the buses and the crowd and all of that. I'm sharing this with you so you don't let the lifestyle in America, because it doesn't work over there. When you call for a Lyft or Uber and 2 minutes is late and you're all, God, you're late, man. Forget about the tip. 2 minutes over there. 2 hours is like 2 minutes in here. 2 hours over there waiting, that's nothing. Don't get involved in those stuff. Just, if they tell you wait, اقضي وقت الانتظار بماذا؟ بالاستغفار والتوبة والذكر. If they tell you, oh, listen, man, the buses, they said, okay, well, they stuck somewhere, maybe an hour or two. Say, Alhamdulillah, Allah give us more time to relax and to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? But some people, they're going to get involved. Why the buses? Everybody's leaving and we're here. This is not right. Bad group, bad management. A lot of critics. And you're going to hear some people, they talk like that. And they shouldn't. Because they should busy themselves with the remembrance of Allah. Amen. Let's say now, Alhamdulillah, the buses take you to Arafat. Okay? They will take you to another camp. So it goes by camps. Numbers. Let's say the number is going to be 52. In Mina, then you're going to ride the buses that have number 52. You not ride the bus number 13 because it's going to take you far away from your group. You ride only the bus that's 52. When you go to Arafat, your camp is 52. Also in Muzdalifah, you're going to be in another camp, also 52. Okay, so that's going to be your camp. In Mina, in Arafat, in Muzdalifah. Okay? So, if you get there in Arafah before Dhuhr, just relax, alhamdulillah. Relax, remember Allah. If you're tired, take a nap. Because you're going to need some energy after Dhuhr. Okay? The sunnah is that you stop in Namira, but they don't do that. Most, if not all of the Mutawifs, they take you the buses, they drop you in your camp in Mina, in Arafat. Because Namira is outside Arafat. And once you make it to the camp in Arafat, don't try to go and look for Namira and this, because it's just a sunnah. And don't put no hardship on yourself. Stay in your camp, okay? Stay in your camp. So, like I said, if you make it before Dhuhr, then just relax, alhamdulillah, remember Allah, okay, prepare yourself. At Dhuhr time, they will call the adhan, 1 adhan, 2 iqamas. You're going to pray. Every group, they pray by themselves. Every group in their tents. There is tents in Arafat as well. But they are not like their regular tents. Some they provide air conditioning, some of them. But most of them, they just regular tents, no AC, nothing. Okay? And so, because this is going to be there for a couple hours. Okay? So, they call the adhan at the time of Dhuhr, and they call the iqamah for Dhuhr, 2 rakat, and you combine, you pray Asr immediately with another iqamah. And then from that time until Maghrib is time for dua. It's time for dua. And the Prophet ﷺ, he says in the hadith that is collected by Imam al-Tirmidhi and Hassanahu al-Albani, Imam al-Albani rahimahullah ta'ala declared it Hasan in as-Sahihah. Prophet ﷺ, he says, خير الدعاء دعاء يوم عرفة وخير ما قلت أنا والنبيون من قبلي لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. The Prophet ﷺ says the best dua is the dua on the day of Arafah. And the best of that which I said and the prophets before me, لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له له الملك وله الحمد وهو على كل شيء قدير. The noble scholar, they says, you repeat this dua a lot. But you can say a whole lot of du'as. Okay? You can read Quran, you can make a lot of du'as. Try to memorize some of the du'as of the Prophet ﷺ. If not, you can read from the book, alhamdulillah. But the best dua is the dua that comes from your heart, okay? Don't just try to read something you don't understand. For those, for example, want to read Arabic, but you don't understand what you're reading. Just the dua has to come from your heart. You know what, alhamdulillah, what you want to ask from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's what you do. You can make dua sitting, standing. You can make dua in the tent, but if it is crowded, or you can go outside, but don't stand in the heat or in the sun, and drink a lot of water. Don't get dehydrated. Drink a lot of water. Find the shade. It's not easy to find a lot of shades in there because there's not a lot of trees or nothing. Do your best, inshallah ta'ala, but stay out of the sun. And remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, make a lot of dua. And of course you can help others and be nice to others and the like. One of the mistakes that the pilgrims they make in this Arafah is some of them they waste their times in talking. They keep talking, and some they even go far, talk about sports and dunya, politics. Don't do that. Don't fall into that mistake. Another mistake, some of the people, which is a bad mistake, they be taking pictures and stuff and snapshots and worse. Some of them they even they be laughing and talking, and then one of them said, let's take a picture, and they all raise their hands and they change their face like they're into the ibadah and about to cry. They pose like we say for the pictures so they can upload it who knows where. This is not right, ya akhwan. This is a ibadah. You have to do it for Allah, not for the people back home, okay? And also, another mistake that some people they do, they want to leave the camp and look for Jabal Arafah. What is, they call it, the laymen, they call it Jabal al-Rahmah. Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala, he said its real name is Ilal, ala wazni Hilal. That's the name of it. And he said some people they want to look, and they look all day and they tired, they might not find it. There is nothing special about that. If your camp is right there by the Jabal where the Prophet ﷺ was, alhamdulillah. If it's not, remember the Prophet ﷺ, he says, وَقَفْتُهَا هُنَا وَعَرَفَ كُلُّهَا مَوْقِفٌ. Prophet ﷺ, he says, I'm standing here and making dua here. The entire area of Arafah, which is a huge area, like a couple million of people in there, so you know how big it is. He said, it is a place for you to stand. And if you want to make dua, you face the Qibla. Don't face the mount of Arafah, okay? Now, another mistake that the people do is that some of them, they stay out of Arafah. Alhamdulillah, this is something that if you go with the group, they are the inside. But just in case, if you want to go for a walk, don't go beyond the boundaries of Arafah. Stay on the boundaries of Arafah. There is big signs that tell you this is the beginning or the end of Arafah. And do not leave before Maghrib. Okay? So remember that day. That day, subhanAllah, is a great day. Don't fast, even though that day is a great day to fast. But for the pilgrims, it's better for them not to fast, so they can have energy. Alhamdulillah, because they need that to make dua and the like. Anyone who make it to Arafah in daytime, they must stay there until Maghrib. Then the same thing. Who's going to take the buses first? That's your Whoever is in charge of your group, they will let you know we're the first, or we're number 3, or number 15, or sometimes they don't tell you we're number 15 because they don't want to like stir the people. They're just like, well, listen, we're not the first people to go, but I'll let you know. Because they tell you we're number 25, they're like, oh, what did you do? Stuff like that. Some of them are smart. They don't, and I don't blame them, you know, because a lot of people, some people over there, subhanAllah, they just want to fight for no reason. Because people are different, yeah. Some they just, nothing satisfied them. Not bringing us to here. This is food. They bring them food and they complain about everything. Don't be that person and make dua for those that Allah change their conditions, okay? Alhamdulillah. Even Maghribi Zain, you do not pray Maghrib and Isha because the Sunnah you pray Maghrib and Isha when you make it to Muzdalifah. Alhamdulillah, let's say everything going good. You get on the buses, take you to Muzdalifah. Muzdalifah is between Mina and Arafah. So like you're going back to Mina and you're going to spend the night in Muzdalifah. Okay, that's what it is. Muzdalifah, by the way, is an open field, but with a lot of hills and little mountains and ups and downs and no tents, no nothing. Nothing. It's the camp. Remember that camp number 52 now in Muzdalifah? Remember in Mina, sophisticated tents, fireproof, air-conditioned, this, and mattresses. Now the tents in Arafah, you're downgrade. All right, to a regular tents, nothing. No, you have to take with you something to sleep on or to sit on. Now you go to Muzdalifah, no tents, period. Unless if you provide one for yourself. Which is a good thing for those who have families with them, wife, mother, daughters. You can take with you those nice 2 or 3 small camping tents. They are on Walmart or Amazon. Some of them, they're like very tiny, but when you open them, they at least get 2 or 3. That's a good idea, okay? Because over there, everybody lay down on the floor, men, women, stuff like that, you know? But if you have family with you, it's a good idea to take with you a tent, so you don't have to worry about that, okay? So what do you do now? Now we're on the 9th of the 10th day. The first thing you do, so now you're making talbiyah, you remember talbiyah, you're making takbir, you're remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tasbih as the Sahaba they used to do. They said some of us making talbiyah, some making takbir, some making tasbih, alhamdulillah. Once you make it to Muzdalifah, the first thing you do is you pray Maghrib and Isha immediately. Immediately. You combine. As soon as you get there, you, alhamdulillah, one call the adhan, one adhan, 2 iqamas. You pray Maghrib and then you pray Isha, alhamdulillah, 2 rak'ats. And what you do after that? Go to sleep. Pray witr. If you think you're not going to get up sometimes at night, pray witr before you go to sleep. The ulama, they said there is no sunnah to pray here in Muzdalifah except the witr. Okay? Pray the witr and lay down. And of course, you're going to lay down on the ground. Literally, the ground. And some camps, because I've been in different camps, some camps they have sand. Nice and beautiful. MashaAllah. You can even move the sand and make a pillow. It's nice. Other places, they have rocks. I'm serious, rock. You lay on a rock. So I don't know what camp you're going to end up in. Just I'm sharing with you so you don't be like, I'm supposed to sleep here? Okay, you want to stay up all night? The people, I'm staying all night. And they're like, I'm staying all night. An hour later, they're like, you can sleep standing. And then they lay down. And then when you get up, you find them laying down, I don't know where. He says, subhanAllah. This is the one who said, I'm not sleeping in here. He's snoring. And then they're the one that when we come up for Fajr, they're like, Akhi, that's the best sleep ever. I never get a sleep like this. SubhanAllah. Nah. And one of the mistakes that the people they do, as soon as they get to Muzdalifah, they don't even pray. They scatter all over, gathering the pebbles for Jamara. And this is a big mistake. The sunnah is that, so much so that some people, they bring with them their little hammers. And you're sleeping and somebody right by your head, tak, 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 breaking the. Right now they have them on YouTube. You can see them. Yeah, right by your head. Some people, they even looking under your head. And you're like, excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm looking for some rocks, man. Akhi. Why? Because there's a lot of people. That's why. It's a lot of people. And the sad part, a lot of them are ignorant. Because if they know the sunnah, they would not be doing those things. Everybody will be laying down. But a lot of people don't. So you spend the night, alhamdulillah, until you pray Fajr. And then, after that, you face the Qibla and make a long dua. See, it's all about ibadah. It's not about pictures and no, it's about ibadah. Making dua again. You face the Qibla, raise your hand and make a long dua. Until before sunrise you leave. When you become like a day, you see the daylight, the daylight. And before sunrise, you leave Muzdalifah. And now we're going to talk about the what you do in the 10th day. This is the big day. 10th of the Hijjah, which is what is it again? The day of Eid. Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Nahr. However, before we go there, you don't supposed to leave Muzdalifah. If you get to Muzdalifah by Maghrib or Isha, you have to stay there. The ulama, they said, at least you do not leave before the middle of the night. If someone leave before the middle of the night, there is dam on them. They have to sacrifice an animal because this is one of the wajibat from the requirements of the 7 requirements of Hajj. This is one of them. Another one is that whoever make it to Arafah by daytime, they have to stay there until Maghrib. That's another requirement from the requirements of Hajj. Remember, Arafah is a pillar. Is the 4th pillar, okay, of Hajj. The Prophet ﷺ said about Arafah, Al-Hajju Arafah. The ulama, this is meaning if someone did not make it to Arafah, he has no Hajj. He has to come the next year to make Hajj. That Hajj will not count for them. It's very important, ya akhi. However, now, there are certain people who they don't have to spend the whole night in Muzdalifah and stay there until Fajr. They can leave after the middle of the night. The middle of the night is not always midnight. It could be 11:30, it could be 1 a.m. based on the days, based on the time, the seasons, is the summer, winter, and the like. So you calculate the time between Maghrib to Isha, to Fajr, and then cut it in half and add it to Maghrib. If it's 12:30 or 1, then the Prophet ﷺ give permission to certain people to leave early at that time. And they are the women, children, elderly, people with conditions. Okay? Even though Shaykh Ibn Uthaymeen, he says, because when he was asked, Ya Shaykh, now people, they leave at that time, even they don't have no condition. He said, it's okay, inshallah, because the crowds, ziham. He says, the Shaykh, he says, this time we have a lot of people coming to make Hajj. If they leave, as long as they don't leave before the middle of the night, it's okay as well, because it's the crowds, and then there is a couple of millions of people making Hajj, alhamdulillah. But those who have the ability to stay until Fajr, they stay. So now we're going to talk about the 10th of the Hijjah, okay? This is a very, very important day. You leave Muzdalifah towards Mina. What do you do in this day? 4 things need to be done. Four things. The first, and it's better if they are done in this order, because that's what the Prophet ﷺ do. Rami al-Jamara, Jamrat al-Aqaba. The Jamarat, that's why they call them Jamarat, is plural, there is 3 of them. Al-Jamra al-Sughra, the small one, this is the first one. Then the Wusta, the middle one. And then there is the Kubra, the biggest one, they call it Jamrat al-Aqaba. So they are in this order, 1, 2, 3. On that day, you're not going to do all 3 of them. You're going to skip the first one and the middle one, and you do the last one, the one that is closest to the directions of Mecca. But alhamdulillah, in these days, alhamdulillah, it's easy. You're going to see a lot of soldiers in there, Jazakumullah khairan, barricaded in those 2 on the day of the Eid. And they will tell the people, keep moving, moving. They even have a yellow tape, do not cross tape, you know that, for crimes. Alhamdulillah is used for good, for Jamarat and Hajj. Nah. So they have those yellow tapes, and then they have a lot of soldiers over there. One of the many things they do is this, to direct the people, keep moving. Because people, they're like, this is the one. No, they like, keep moving. Some people, they just want to hit somebody. Yeah, man, they hold in that rug. Inshallah. Alhamdulillah. So, you do the Jamrat al-Aqaba. Number 2, you slaughter your hadi, but if you already have tawqeel, you appointed someone to do it on your behalf, as long as that person is trustworthy, that's good too. And then number 3, you shave your head or shorten. Shaving is better. Okay? And number 4, you do tawaf al-ifada, which is tawaf al-hajj with the sa'i. With the sa'i. Unless if you are qarin or mufrid, and you did the sa'i, and the first time when you do the tawaf, that sa'i count for your hajj. So meaning on the day of the Eid you do only tawaf. But the mutamatti' alayhi tawafani wa sa'yan. But the mutamatti' have to do 2 tawafs. The tawaf for the umrah and the tawaf for hajj. Sa'i of the umrah and the sa'i of hajj. So we're talking about the mutamatti'. So what do you do now? You go to, usually from Muzdalifah to Mina, it's a nice walk. It's like an hour and a half walk. So usually they don't provide buses. Or even if they said we provide buses, where are these buses going to come and how are they going to make it there with all this crowd? Usually people, they decide to what? Walk. And you're going to see a lot of people walking. You make it to your camp in Mina, you put your belongings, you relax. Alhamdulillah, if it's time, to eat breakfast, you eat some breakfast, and then you get your pebbles. 7, you're going to need only 7 pebbles. Okay? Don't go to extreme. They shouldn't be too big. They should be little, like bigger than the chickpea, okay? You don't have to wash them in Zamzam or soak them overnight. None of that. That's not from the Sunnah, okay? And whatever you get them from Muzdalifah, from Mina, from on the road to Muzdalifah, la ba'as, alhamdulillah, it's okay, al-amr wasi'. And then you're going to go to do the Jamrat al-Aqaba. You're still in Ihram now, you're still making talbiyah. Now this is the day of the Eid. The pilgrims, they do not pray Eid prayer. They don't pray Eid and they don't pray Jumu'ah. If for example, the Jumu'ah comes on while they're on Ihram, they don't pray Jumu'ah and they do not pray the Eid prayer because you're busy with the manasik. So you go to the Jamrat al-Aqaba, you're still in Ihram. You throw it with 7. And you say Allahu Akbar with everyone. Now it's easy, alhamdulillah. Before it used to be crowded, fight. Jamrah is way like 30 meters away from you, 50 meters. There's no way you can get close. Now, alhamdulillah, they have like 4 or 5 floors. And every floor is assigned to a camp, an area in Mina. It's nice. Jazakumullah khairan. And you're going to see that. When you come from your direction, you're going to be only, like the American camps, you're going to go through like 2 tunnels and 1 small one. But 2 main tunnels, because you're going to go under the mountain. Big tunnels. And those tunnels, mashallah, they have aeration and they have walk-laders. You know the walk-laders in the airport? I used to say to the brothers, because we used to walk on those long, they are long. These, what do you call them again? No. The tunnels. Tunnels are long. One of them is like 1 kilometer or something. Long ones. And we used to just like say, so, man, it would be amazing if they put something in here, some walk ladder or something. One year we went and they have them. They be thinking, we're not the only one thinking, they have them. And then we say, it would be nice if they have we said also, it would be nice if they have those golf carts. And then they have them 1 year. Not for us, only by the Jamarat, alhamdulillah. So just ask Allah on Arafah, what you want to be easy for the people, alhamdulillah. So you go there, alhamdulillah, you do Jamrat al-Aqaba, you say Allahu Akbar with every Don't throw all those 7 at once. If you do that, that counts 1. Now you have to go look for 6 more pebbles. So you have to have them in your hand. Take 1, Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. And be easy. Don't have some people, they are like mad, like they want to hit somebody. They think they looking for shaitan. Ya akhi, shaitan. This is ibadah. Like Sheikh Muhammad Sa'id Raslan. He says, especially women. Those women that her husband just take on another wife, Sheikh Raslan said. And she's like, shaitan made him do that. I'm going to get him. And she bring a big rock. Or her shoe. La ya akhi, this is ibadah, an act of worship, okay? So, once you do the Jamrat al-Aqaba, you slaughter, that's better. But if you already appoint somebody to do it for yourself, then you shave your head. If you do these 2 things right here, you do Jamrat al-Aqaba, and by the way, as soon as you do Jamrat al-Aqaba, Talbiyah is finished. That's the last time you're going to say Talbiyah again until the next Hajj or next Umrah, inshallah. So if you do Jamrat al-Aqaba and you shave, at that time you can come out of Ihram before you make Tawaf. And that's usually what is done. You do Jamrat al-Aqaba, you come from Mina to Jamarat, you do Jamrat al-Aqaba, there is the barbers, or if you want to do your own, it's up to you. Then you do that, you shave, you go to your hotel, take a shower, come out of the clothing of Ihram, that's it. You no more clothing of Ihram anymore. No more. You take out of clothing of Ihram, you put your regular clothing, everything become permissible for you except to enjoy your wife. That's it. That will happen if you do Tawaf al-Ifada and the Sa'i. Then from the hotel you can go to Mecca to make the Tawaf, okay? Same way you did the Umrah. Same thing, except that now, this Tawaf here of Hajj, you don't have the clothing of Ihram. You have your regular clothes. So no ittiba'. You're not going to expose your shoulder. You don't do the ramal. Normal. 7, pray 2 rak'at, drink some Zamzam water, go make the sa'i the same way you did it. The only difference from Umrah, you're not going to cut your hair. Why? You already did it. There you go. If you do that now, everything becomes permissible for you. And once you finish that, what you do, you go back to Mina. Now, this is the way you do it. You do Jamrat al-Aqaba, the slaughtering of the hadi for tamattu', the shaving of the head, tawaf and sa'i. But if you do one before the other, maybe somebody shave first. Somebody shave in Mina, then go to the Jamarat. Some people maybe from Muzdalifah, they caught a bus that took them straight to Tawaf. You see? They went to do Tawaf, Sa'i, and then they shave, then they come back and do the Jamrat al-Aqaba. It's okay. Because the Prophet ﷺ, whenever someone asked him, Ya Rasulullah, I did Tawaf first. He says, La bas. If'al wa la haraj. It's okay. Some they say, I slaughter before I do Jamrah. He said, La bas. It's okay. As long as you do these 4 things. But it's better to do it like the Prophet ﷺ do it. Jamrat al-Aqaba, the slaughtering, the shaving of the head, Tawaf al-Hajj, which is Tawaf al-Ifada, and the Sa'i for it for the Mutamatti. Okay? There is no dua after Jamrat al-Aqaba. This is the qa'idah, remember. Whenever you throw the pebbles for Jamrat al-Aqaba, there is no dua after it. Okay? Just you keep going. Of course, on this day, it's a day of the Eid, mashallah. Remember, be happy, mashallah. Give sadaqah to the poor, help others, and be prepared. You may be doing a lot of walking. Because you're going to walk from Muzdalifah to Mina. That's maybe like 4 or 5 kilometers. Then from Mina, where your camp, to the Jamarat, that's another 4 or 5 kilometers, 4 kilometers or 3.5. Then if you have no transportation, you want to walk from Mina to the Haram Mecca, to your hotel, there are another 4 or 5 kilometers. Then you do Tawaf and a Sa'i and come back another 4 or 5 kilometers to Mina, another 4 or 5 to your... So it's nice, it's a marathon. So you have to be doing some walk-ins right now to get in shape. No questions until we finish, inshallah. Jazakallah khair. I hope you remember your question or reminder or whatever it is. Jazakallah khair. So now you finish that. Tawaf al-ifada, which is tawaf for Hajj, the ulama, they says for those who cannot do it on the day of the Eid, because some people, they be exhausted, ya akhi. Some are elderly with conditions. Once they, after Arafat and Muzdalifah, that's it, man. They can't do anything. Those people, they can delay tawaf al-ifada and Hajj and Sa'i. They can do it later on once they finish in Mina, and then they go back to whatever. They have to do it before they leave Mecca, of course. Okay? That's permissible, inshallah ta'ala. So what you do now, you go back to Mina. You're going to spend the night of the 11th and the 12th. That's obligatory upon all the Hajjaj. The night that take you to the 11th day and the night that take you to the 12th day. What do you do? Now you're going to be in your clothing, mashallah, okay? No ihram, no talbiyah. Remember Allah, ya akhi. Okay? All you do on the 11th day and the 12th day and the 13th, for those who want to stay for the 13th, it's not mandatory. It's better. What do? You just have to do the 3 jamarat now. 1, 2, 3. So you need 7 pebbles for each one of them, right? So you need what? 21 for every day. So you get your 21. And you go as a group, or you go by yourself. It's whatever. It's better to stick with the group if you can, alhamdulillah. But remember, the sunnah is that on the 11th and the 12th and the 13th, you have to wait until Dhuhr. You do not throw the pebbles of Fajr or morning. No, you gotta wait until. You're gonna see some people, they go and do it, because a lot of people do a lot of things. They kiss the Kaaba, they kiss the police by the Kaaba, they kiss anything. So people do a lot of things. Do a lot of things. They kiss the trees in Arafah and take picture with the trees. Anybody. It's people that sell ice cream or provide ice cream. If somebody feel like, man, he has to give him a hug. I don't know. It's a lot of things. You see a lot of things. But when it comes to the ibadah, you have to do what is right. So for the 11th, the 12th, and the 13th, for those who stay for the 13th, you do not do the jamarat until after Dhuhr. And for the 11th day and the 12th, you had from Dhuhr until night. So alhamdulillah, you don't have to go after Dhuhr. Wait, especially it's hot, and wait until Maghrib, Isha, after Isha. Okay? So what do you do now? You go to the first one, you throw it with 7 pebbles. You say Allahu Akbar with each one. As you pass it going towards the other one, because there is a nice distance between them, then you face the Qibla. Stay out of the crowd, face the Qibla and make long dua, as long as you can. Then you finish from that dua, you go to the middle one, Jamra. Throw it with 7 pebbles, Allahu Akbar with each one. Make sure they fall into this. Okay? You don't have to hit the wall. You don't have to, it's not in a condition. Then once you finish those 7, you move as you go towards the last one, Jamrat al-Aqaba, that you did on the Eid. Then you stay to your left now, and you stay away from the crowd, and you make dua, face the Qibla and make a long dua. Then you go and do the Jamrat al-Aqaba. The sunnah is that when you face the Jamrat al-Aqaba, always is that Mecca will be on your left. So don't go the other side. But if that's how the police and the soldiers, they direct the crowd, don't try to fight. It's okay, la bas. That's a sunnah. Okay? And you say Allahu Akbar. You finish Jamrat al-Aqaba, no dua after it. You go back to Mina. Same way, the tunnels, they're going to take you back. Okay? You spend the night. On the 12th, you do the same thing. Now, if you don't want to stay for the 13th, you have to leave Mina before Maghrib. Meaning that you have to pack your stuff and get your whatever, get your pebbles, and when you do the Jamarat after Dhuhr, after Asr, then you have to leave Mina. If Maghrib comes in and you're still in Mina, then you have to stay for the 3rd night. Unless if you're already walking out of Mina and Maghrib comes, that's another thing. If you stay for the 3rd night, which is the 13th of the Hijjah, you do the same thing. You have to wait until Dhuhr, but now you have until Maghrib, not the whole night, until Maghrib. You gotta do it between Dhuhr and Maghrib for the 13th day. You do this, alhamdulillah, you finish everything. If you did tawaf al-ifada and the sa'i on the day of the Eid, now everything is finished. The only thing, you're going to go back to your hotel in Mecca, enjoy your stay. For how many days you're going to stay there, pray in the haram the best you can, alhamdulillah, and remember Allah, thank Allah, praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then the last thing you do before you leave Mecca, then you do tawaf al-wada. Tawaf, just tawaf, you go do tawaf 7 times around the Kaaba, and you pray 2 rakat, and that's the last thing you do before you leave. Okay? Those who, for example, they didn't do tawaf al-hajj, tawaf al-ifada and the sa'i with it on the day of the Eid, then they should do it. Once they go back from Mina, they should remember to do that. If they want to delay it until, let's say they leave in on Tuesday morning, they told them, look, by 10 o'clock you guys be here ready. Buses are taking us to Medina or to the airport. Then that night, before Fajr, they can go and make the tawaf al-ifada and the sa'i, but with the intention that that same tawaf of ifada is be the tawaf of wada'. The ulama, they say that's okay. The women on their menses, let's say if they do everything, mashallah, they do everything, even tawaf al-hajj and sa'i, and then they have their menses, then there is no tawaf on them of wada'. Tawaf al-wada' is not obligatory upon them if they are on their menses. But if a woman on menses and she didn't do tawaf al-ifada, tawaf al-hajj and sa'i, and now they have to leave tomorrow and her menses still have 2, 3, 4 days, the ulama, they said, if she cannot come back, if she can come back, like for example, they go into Medina but they coming back to Mecca, then she has to wait until she's clean and then she will do it. But if they go into the airport tomorrow, then that night she should protect herself heavily and she gotta go and do the tawaf and sa'i in that condition, because that's the only way she can do it. Also, as for the jamarat, if some people are old of age, some people are sick, women pregnant, some they take babies with them and she has to take care of her baby, and those people cannot come to make jamarat, they can appoint someone to do it for them. Let's say, for example, I have my mother with me or somebody in the group, elder person, somebody is very sick, cannot even move, then I will say, I'll do it for you. So I will take for every day, the 11th and 12th, instead of taking 21, I take what? 42. 21 for me and 21 for him or her. And how you do it? Same way. I stand in front of the first jamra, I do mine. The intention is in your heart. I throw my 7, and then I throw his 7. It's not like I do mine, all 3 and come back. La. The ulama, they say, alhamdulillah, this is the easiest way. I try my 7 and try my mother's on her behalf, for that brother who was very sick in the room, in the mina, in the tent. I go to the middle one, I do mine and do his. Go again in the third one, do mine and do his or hers. Okay? And if you do tawaf al-wada', alhamdulillah, you completed Hajj. May Allah make it Hajj Mabrur. By this we came to an end, inshallah ta'ala. If I missed anything, may Allah forgive me. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make this effort, this humble effort, of a benefit for anyone who hears it and apply. If you hear any mistakes or something, please contact me directly, inshallah ta'ala, as soon as possible so we can correct it. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect the Muslims. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make their journey safe and beneficial for them. And may Allah reward the government of Saudi Arabia, the king and all of them, and the ulama. May Allah reward them greatly for their great efforts. All of them, the ulama, the students of knowledge, the people, the soldiers, the government from all different departments. SubhanAllah, it's amazing how they work tirelessly, SubhanAllah. You see it on their faces, man. They're so tired, but they stand in. All of that to make easy for the pilgrims. May Allah reward them the greatest reward. هذا وصلى الله وسلم على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. If you have any